Thursday. It's Thursday, June 18th. 7:55 a.m. I am up early. I got up at 5. Already been cleaned up. Coffee. Trying to wrap my brain around what's getting ready to happen in my studio. I wasn't able to get my work area and the cabinets and the bookshelves until last night. I think got the last load in at about 9:45 last night, and I was gonna start and I wanted to start, but it was just too much. It was just too much. There's so much stuff. You'll see in a minute. And it had been a really long day. It's actually been a really long 3 days. I started moving things in Monday morning, and on the second floor, so up and down 2 flights of stairs. I've lost count. And by like last night, I was sitting there and realized that I had no idea what day it even was. So, and my head hurts. I have a bad headache. I went to bed with a bad headache, and I woke up with a bad headache. And I'm sure a lot of that is because I have no routine right now. Everything's been disrupted. Everything's out of place. It's in boxes. I've kind of gotten quite a few things cleaned up yesterday. I pretty much got all of my kitchen unpacked, all of my pantry things unpacked, and that was huge. I love to cook, and I love to bake, and so I had 3 boxes that just had mostly spices in it, herbs and spices, just lots of bulk things that I have bought to cook with. So since I didn't have my studio stuff, I needed something productive to do, so that's what I worked on, and that was a big thing, and it felt really good to get all that done. And I kind of have my kitchen table still has some things on it. I'll probably get rid of a lot of that, and then I ended up bringing another whole carload of stuff over last night, and it just totally messed up, everything that I had kind of cleaned up and had done. My kitchen was a mess again and just had stuff everywhere, and it just added even more onto my room. And by last night, I was just like, I need to stop for a bit. So I didn't really sleep. I remembered that I had filmed my first vlog, so I started working on that probably about 12:30 last night. I think I finished around 2 or 2:30. So anyways, it was a long night, but it was really kind of, I don't know. And I'll probably be repeating myself because I am so just disoriented right now that I forget whenever I say something. So apologizing now if I repeat myself. So anyways, I will take you in my room and we'll show you what I've got. And I think the first thing that I'm going to do actually is take all of the boxes out of my closet, and I kind of have them labeled as to what is inside, and if I can get those in some sort of an order. A lot of them are books. I think that will help me and just kind of figure out where to start. So I'm gonna finish my coffee real quick, and I'll take you to my room and we will get started. Okay, so I figured I would do a quick kitchen update. I don't know, well, you saw a little bit of it yesterday. All of this is what I need to kind of try to figure out what to do with. I did get some sprouts, some seeds going so I can start some sprouts. They were soaking overnight. And I found my jar so I can start my kombucha, so that'll be fun. And then over here is the pantry. So this is the biggest thing that I got done yesterday. And yeah, so this is my pantry. I would say most of it is, well, not most of it. It feels like most of it is like bulk food. That's all bulk food. And that's all, those are all spices. And then in this corner over here, those are all my herbs. And then I have just kind of fun stuff. I have culinary grade rose petals and lavender buds and chamomile and things like that. So this is what I did yesterday, which when I look at it and it's like, well, it's just a closet. How come it took me so long to do? But I really had to go through a lot of the stuff. I threw out some things, I consolidated and just stuff like that. So that's what I did yesterday while I was waiting on my studio stuff. So let me turn this light off real quick. I also brought in some more plants. I didn't realize how many plants I actually had in my house, in my other house. So I got more plants in. So, okay, well, here is the rest of my stuff. And, well, yeah, I haven't done anything in here yet. I'm gonna take all these boxes out and I'm gonna place all of this stuff in my room and kind of go from there and figure out, I'm hoping that that will help me figure out where to start. So I've got my carts, got my 3 IKEA carts, and I got the rest of my black drawer storage units, and I got my work area. So what it is the bottom parts are just kitchen cabinets that we got from a home improvement store, and then just a plain old countertop. And it is not connected, so it's nice because it was easy to move, first of all, and it's easy for me to move. When at my house, I had moved my area a couple times around, so it's movable. It's heavy, but it's movable. So I think first thing that I need to do is fix this over here, because that isn't even. This side is even and that side is not, and that's gonna like totally just drive me absolutely crazy. At first I thought this might work there, but I think I'm going to actually move that bookshelf over into this corner over here. And I do have another white bookshelf that I could use if I wanted to. I really don't want to. I had mentioned yesterday that I would like to keep this area as clutter-free as possible. I don't want a ton of extra things in here, and if I put that bookshelf there, then I'm basically surrounded on every wall by stuff. But I kind of have no choice. I was hoping that I could put it in my closet, but I was not thinking that the closet, of course, has the rods to hang things on. But if it wasn't for those, and if I was able to take them off, or if this was at my house and I was doing this in my own home, I would for sure use that closet space for storage for the bookshelves, because they would fit in there perfect. But since I'm not, I can't do that. So now I'm just kind of having to replan that, because originally I was telling myself that I could keep my bookshelves in the closet, but the shelves are screwed down. So I am not going to mess with that, but that's my area. I'm going to scoot that one cabinet over, and I'm going to move this, and I'm going to kind of move these things around and pull everything out of my closet, and then we will see what to do next. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick check-in. It's 9:44. I've got my work area where I want it. I fixed that edge there so it's even. got my lights up there. Those 2 carts just so happen to fit in that spot absolutely perfectly. So I'm really, really happy about that. So let's see. I pretty much have all the boxes out of my closet. So here is everything. It's somewhat sorted. The 2 open boxes mostly have things in them that were on top of my work area or in one of my IKEA carts. All of these are basically books and journals and things like that. And then these blue boxes are just all the, you know what? I honestly, it's gonna be like Christmas because I don't even like remember what I put in half of these. I know a lot of it is what was on the 3 white bookshelves. So I have 3 of those white bookshelves. So a lot of what's in these blue boxes is what was on those bookshelves. And let's see, so my closet's looking a lot better. I just have some things. This is it for my clothes. So I'm kind of getting ready to move those things around. And then I just have a little bit more here. So my goal is to use a lot of my closet for storage, for my art supplies and just for like other things in the house, because I have a lot of random things. I've got holiday things, stuff like that I'm going to need to find space for. So my biggest problem right now that I have is that I have 3 of these white bookshelves. 2 of them are this size, and then I have one that is probably about 5 inches wider, 5 or 6 inches. And when you have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 boxes of books, that's 6 inches of extra shelf space. I need that. So at first I thought maybe I would just get in my car and see if I could shove that other bookshelf into my car. I don't know if I can. It's kind of long, but I'm pretty stubborn and I'm wanting to get this work done. So I kind of started trying to figure out if there was something else I could do. So I went back to my original idea of maybe removing this shelf and the rod. And sure enough, the shelf actually only has 1 screw in it on this side, which is good. But this right here is just like the bookshelf comes to like right here. So I would have to take this out, and I really don't want to do that. So just because I don't want to be, you know, disrupting anything in my apartment. So then I was looking at it and thought, well, all of my clothes I'm going to put here. So all of this is going to be open. I think what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have good news. If it's in there, perfect. The original plan was to take this out and set it there. So, I mean, either way, I would be losing, you know, part of that area of my closet, which is totally fine because I'd rather have a shelf in it. So instead of me putting it here, it fit here. It fit right in this little area just perfectly. I was even able to slide it back a little bit so that it's kind of braced here so that, you know, it won't topple over on me. So I'm really, really, really excited about that because I kind of did not want this out in my room. So I got everything pulled out. I got all my clothes hung up, which is really makes me feel good too, because just kind of having all of my clothes just, well, I still have some shoved in a bag. I don't use a dresser, so I need to get a few containers to put some of my sweaters in and stuff. But besides that, that's everything. So now I have this corner open to keep this space open. Eventually, I think I would like just to have a little sitting chair and a little table right there. Just something, a little cozy nook. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I haven't started unpacking anything, but I did get that shelf in. I don't think, well, here I have I have the shelf from the other one that's at home. Let's see what the difference is. I mean, it's quite a bit longer, but it would take up more area in here. So I think I'm just gonna go with this and leave it as it is. And, you know, if I decide to swap it out, then I can swap it out. I can just take this stuff off and start over with the other one. So anyways, that's where I'm at right now. Let's see, what time is it? It's 10:30. And I think I just heard thunder. All right, I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Okay, so just another quick check-in. I wanted to show you real quick something that we did to make these iris carts fit inside this cabinet. So before I put those in there, I wanted to show you in case anybody else kind of was thinking about maybe using something like this for their space. But the carts are actually too long to fit inside the cabinet. So my husband measured it and he cut the shelf, part of the shelving out so that the carts would fit in there and the doors can close. So I do use that a little bit just for kind of random things that I don't really know where to put, that I don't use that often. I will tuck them back there. So since, the other thing with my carts, you can take them apart. You can take them apart and stack several of them together, or just adjust them so that they fit in a certain space. So this one right here, I'm not even sure how many carts that is that I've put together. But if you take out the drawer and then you look under here pretty much, and this is going to be hard for you to see, there's a button right here. Let me try to get you focused. There's a button right here. So if you push that, you can pop these open. And you can take this whole top off. Each one of these sections actually comes apart. So you can take them apart and adjust them so that it's the height that you want, the number of drawers that you want, and make it fit into your space. Because I think normally these come in like 6 drawers, not 5. So I was able to shrink these down so that they fit in there. And I've got 2 more on this side. I tell you, these carts have been a lifesaver for me as far as organizing my things. I like having everything separated in drawers. Obviously, I'm very much a sort by color person. All of this is just different papers. They're all sorted by colors. These are all more just stickers and a lot of just, you know, good heavens, a lot of scrapbooking type things, lots of stickers and stuff like that. Things that I need to start using. So that's going to be one of my big goals for going through the rest of this year, is to start using some of this stuff because I've just got it everywhere. I've got letter stickers. This is in these 2, it's more embellishment type things. So lots of ribbons and buttons and just everything that you can think of. But I like having them in these carts, and I just place them on each side and it works perfect. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's 11:30. I got on the phone with my sister for about an hour or so, so that kind of held me up a little bit, but I really needed to talk to her. I don't think I've done anything in here. I think maybe all that I did was I put the scrapbooking paper down at the bottom because it's really heavy. I was gonna set it up here, but that's just particle board, and that will probably start warping easily over time. So for now, I just put the scrapbooking paper there, and that is about it. I've got more of these guys to figure out where to put, and I just put this one on top here. These have paints, all my paints. So, all right, I'll check back in with you in a little bit.
I absolutely love the rain. So I am really, really excited that it's raining right now. I needed a little bit of a break. I'm kind of hitting overwhelmed, just a little bit. I have so much stuff. Feels good to hear the rain, smell the rain. Stormy day here in Nebraska. Okay, so got a quick check-in. It is 6:17. I'm at that point where I've been doing this almost all day long and I feel like I haven't done anything at all. It's just like there's stuff everywhere. So I was starting to get really frustrated. It felt like I had done nothing for some reason. I don't know why, because you know, I've been busy. I don't know if it has to do with that silly bookshelf because I don't have anything on that shelf yet, so it feels like I haven't done much. But yeah, I was just getting really overwhelmed and frustrated, and then I kind of looked over here and it's like, well, I cleared out that medium box, that blue box. I think I've cleared out 5 of those. So I'm doing better than what it feels like. I think it's just because since I'm surrounded totally by just stuff that I feel like doesn't have a place yet, it just makes me feel like I haven't really gotten anything done. So this is kind of where I'm at. I realized that, well, I haven't really eaten anything today, and I'm starting to feel a little bit lightheaded and whatnot. So I need to go try to find myself something to eat and sit down for a few minutes and just take a little bit of a break, take a little bit of a breather. I did leave for a couple hours. I had to run some errands for my mom, and but came right back here and started working. So I'm going to go get something to eat, and I at least tonight before bed, well, obviously I need to get my bed cleaned off so that I can sleep on it. So you guys, there's just there's stuff everywhere. So okay, I will be back in a little bit, hopefully with a full tummy. Okay, so it's 7:15. I've been working in my area for probably at least 10 hours. I started first thing when I got up this morning after I'd gotten cleaned up. Well, maybe 9 hours. I don't even remember when my first video was that I did this morning. I had been working all day in there. I took one little break to run some errands. I needed to take some things to my mom, so I did that, and I stopped by my house real quick and I picked up a couple of things that I needed. I had some plastic inserts that fit in my drawers that are actually made for the IKEA carts, and they fit in my drawers perfectly, and I don't use them in my carts. So I went home really quick and grabbed some of those, and then came back and started right back to work. So it's such a mess in there, and I feel like I said earlier, like I haven't done much, but I took boxes down whenever I was leaving to go to Target, and I had 6 of those medium boxes emptied and 3 of the smaller boxes emptied. So I've done a whole lot more than what it feels like. I just need to tonight after I eat, nothing sounded good. I ended up I needed comfort food really, really bad. I wanted some soup, but they didn't have what I was looking for. So I ended up with and Amy's, vegetarian, meatloaf, peas, corn, mashed potatoes. So you can't get much more comfort food than that. So I'm gonna eat, and then I am going to get my bed cleared off. And I don't know if I'm gonna do any more in there tonight. I think I need to take a break from that space. I've been in my room all day. I would like to kind of do some more in the kitchen, try to get the things that I brought in yesterday put away, because I had my kitchen all kind of almost tidied up yesterday, and now it's a mess again. So that's pretty much kind of it. I am, as far as things, I'm missing my kids a lot today. I'm trying not to talk about that a whole bunch, just because I know that Gracie might be watching. So I miss my kids. That part is getting difficult. I'm okay during the day when I'm busy. In the evening, it's a whole lot harder. But now, like today, I've missed them more during the day. So it's just there's been a lot going on. I have just within this past month, a lot has been going on. Just my mom, her health has not been well, and she had been staying with me for the past month. She had fallen and she was not able to walk. So I've been taking care of her for 24 hours a day, all month. And then on Sunday evening, we got a phone, my mom called, and my nephew had passed away. So he was only 36 years old, and he had a heart attack and passed away. So just kind of getting hit on all sides by all sorts of different really big things. And I know that that is also affecting how I am handling things right now, because I am just, there's so much going on that it's easier for me to try to get overwhelmed just with things. So I did get to talk to my sister today, and we're just all in shock, needless to say. So I don't know, I'm gonna just sit here and bounce. And I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna eat my dinner, and yeah, go get my kitchen kind of tidied and work on my bed. And in the morning, I'll get up and I'll start again. And honestly, I think, well, I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get everything finished in the morning. I did run by, well, when I was at Target, I remembered to get the little light bulb, so I can have two light bulbs on inside my hutch. It lights up, so I'm kind of anxious to see what that looks like with it lit up. And I know that I need to maybe get some different size plastic bins to store things in the hutch. And I almost picked some of those up when I was at Target, just an impulse buy to grab some, and I made myself stop because I don't want to buy anything that won't work or that I don't need. So I made myself get out of the organizing section of Target quickly, because I was just really wanting to start picking up some things, but I don't know what I need, what will work best for that space yet. I haven't put any of the books away yet on the bookshelf. I do have another white bookshelf if I need it. I might put it in my room and just put regular books on it and not put any art supplies on it at all, so I just use it as a bookshelf. I have a bunch of cookbooks and things like that I can put on it also, and just reading books and things like that. So I might move that in tonight, and just use it as a bookshelf only, and then the one in my closet have art supplies on it. So because I think really all that's left are books and journals and things like that. So Yeah, I will see you guys in the morning. And thank you, everybody, for all of your kind comments. I appreciate it more than you know. I appreciate all of your support. And for those who offered just to be a listening ear, advice, things like that, I really, really appreciate it. It's been quite a journey that I've been through. I've shared a bunch of it with you, just with my journal pages, and I know that if it had not been for my art and for working in my journals, I don't know if I would have made it through a lot of the things that I've been through. So I know it seems kind of cliche to say this now, but art really truly does heal. And I hope that by my sharing how I use it and have used it to help me get through things, I just hope that it helps you as well if you need it. So anyways, I will let you go because I'll sit here and talk because I am kind of lonely tonight. And I could just sit here and talk all night. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you in the morning. Good night.